from the deep, dark hollows of southeastern Kentucky, where the moonshine is strong, the stories are strange, and your neighbor is probably your cousin. This is Appalachia, not so quiet. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Appalachia Not So Quiet. I'm your host, Hillbilly Phantom. As always, I'm joined by my co-host and lovely wife,
Appalachian Shade.
Hello, my darling. How are you doing today?
Good. It's been a really good day.
It has been a nice day.
Mhm.
It's been beautiful outside.
Really nice.
Yeah, it was nice and cool, but sunny.
Breeze.
Yeah, nice little breeze all day. It was wonderful. It was like a nice brisk fall day.
Porch swing day.
Yeah, good porch swing day. And our little doggy enjoyed it. He ran around the yard having the time of his life. Now he's all tuckered out laying at our feet.
Get the zoomies.
So on our last episode, we went back to some of the strange creatures, cryptids of Appalachia. We hadn't talked about those in a little while. Talked about a creature that's specific just to the little holler of Punchin called the Yellerman Stretcher. A lot of people have been liking that picture you put up on TikTok.
He's one scary booger.
That is a very scary booger.
And that's just what, I feel like he looks like.
Yeah, the descriptions that have been given of him throughout the years, that's what you were able to come up. Man, that is creepy.
Very.
I don't think I ever want to see anything like that.
No, that's definitely one I would really die from a heart attack seeing something like that behind me.
Yeah, seeing something like that. Well, I mean, that's kind of his thing. He freezes you in place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how you get away from something like that. That's a scary booger. So we decided on this episode, we're going to go ahead and do part 2 to last Wednesday's episode when we talked about the first order of angels. I wanted to clear that up. We kept saying the first choir of angels, and each angel is its own choir, each type of angel. So there was 3 choirs of angels that we talked about. So this time we're going to move on down the ladder.
Yep, to the second sphere.
The second sphere, the second order of angels.
And these ones aren't the fiery Sephorum that burns closest to God. They're not the guardian angels we pray for perfection. These angels are the governors, the miracle workers, and the defenders.
That's right. These are kind of like the middlemen.
These are the dominions, the virtues, and the powers.
Dominions, virtues, and powers.
Again, like I said, they're not the ones sitting on the throne. They're not the ones to the right shoulder of God. They're the ones making sure heaven's plan actively flows through the universe.
That's right. Like I said, these are kind of like the middlemen. You've got the lower order of angels that exist and do things within our universe, within our realm. And then you have the highest order that are in heaven with God. But you have these in between, the ones that make sure that the plans that are laid out by God and the highest orders of angels is carried out by those lowest order of angels. And so we'll start off talking about the dominions.
The second sphere, they're not caught up in endless worship like the first. They're busy with administration, miracles, and warfare. So, like you said, they're in the middle ground. They're not fully hidden, but they're not really walking among us either.
Right.
They're not usually seen by human eye, but their influence is felt throughout justice, through unexplained strengths, through battles we'll never know were fought on our behalf.
That's right. These angels, they're kind of like heavenly governors, so to speak.
Yeah.
Regulating the duties of lower angels and ensuring cosmic order. And you rarely have any interactions with humans from this level of angel.
So their name, it means rule, authority, and governance. Their job is to regulate the duties of all the choirs beneath them, making sure God's plans unfolds in order and balance. They're often described as radiant, calm, almost kingly. The dominions are steady and composed. Artists have often painted them as holding orbs or scepters, like a symbol of command. and they don't make themselves flashy because their work is kind of in the background and quietly guiding.
Yeah, you talked about how they are depicted. The Dominion angels are depicted as divinely beautiful, human like beings, but with feathered wings, and often distinguished by their scepters or swords holding orbs of light. So I wonder what the orbs of light symbolizes.
And I've seen, like, I've done my research and some pictures that people have posted. They are also covered in eyes.
Yeah,
So they see things as well. Everything,
yeah,
basically, if they're
yeah.
covered in eyes.
So maybe, they stand at the top of this second order of angels because they sound like they might be closely related to the first order with eyeballs all over them.
So here's something to think about. Creation is vast. If angels are scattered across all of it, somebody has to coordinate. So the dominions take the commands from the highest and filter them downward. That's their job. So they kind of stir the leaders toward God's will.
So they're not just leaders themselves, they help to.
Right. Keep things in order for the rest of the angels, per
Right.
se. Make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because if one flub up, then it kind of messes all of creation up.
Right. You don't want to mess up God's plan.
Right. So maybe they're just not talking to kings per se, but maybe when an ordinary person resists the urge for revenge and chooses forgiveness instead, they could be like the dominions whispering in their ear. Like not to,
Yeah,
to
having
do
good judgment.
yeah, not to do wrong.
Right.
This is not God's plan. Don't do wrong. Choose wisely.
Yeah. So these dominions are, like I said, they're kind of governing this lower order
In the entire universe.
and keeping order out here in this universe.
Yeah.
Directing the actions of the lower order.
Everyone and everything.
Yeah. Of the entire universe, making sure that God's plan is put into motion and kept in motion. And another of these beings
Number
that helps complete God's plan,
is choir number 5, which is the virtues.
the virtues.
And their name might sound familiar to you because we use it in the word for good character traits. But these
Right.
angels are more than just a symbol of mortality. They are said to govern the natural world itself, the stars, the season, the balance of creation. They are the bringers of miracles when something happens that seems beyond the law of nature. A sudden healing, a storm breaking at the perfect moment, courage rising up in the weak. That is the realm of the virtues.
That's right. They're known for their strength and power. The virtues maintain the natural order and inspire acts of heroism. So when somebody shows an incredible act of heroism, it might be because these virtues, this strength of God that these beings help to instill in people. Maybe that's why these people are able to perform these great acts of heroism. And the virtues are associated usually with miracles and the elements of nature.
So some people describe them as beams of light, shimmering and full of life. They don't just watch the universe, they infuse it with their strength. It's said that the virtues were the ones who poured endurance into their souls, into people's souls when they are weak.
Yeah, they're described as being sparks of light or pure energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of like orbs
Right.
that is kind of part of the whole ghost hunting thing.
Yeah.
You have these orbs, these unexplained balls of energy that just kind of float around. Maybe it's these angels.
And there's also some have even said that the virtues govern the miracles of Christ, like when he's healed the sick or when he has stalled a storm. The virtues were present, pouring divine power into creation itself. Or maybe even like when a mother is praying for her child and the fever breaks, or when a storm turns away at the last minute, and that's you're kind of seen as the work of a virtue.
Wow, that's awesome. And also, to go along with their appearance, it's said that they can also manifest in a human like form in order to interact with people. Now, these beings are not known for interacting with mankind. That's usually left to the lower order of
Right.
angels.
I could see that if they're putting a miracle in place.
Right.
Kind of like the angels, when Jesus was born, they came to let them know it was a miracle that a virgin had a child and he was the son of God.
But it's
So,
typically considered that were some of the angels from this lower order, like the archangels, that helped to bring those messages and announce those things. But they do believe that in the case of the two angels that were present at the ascension of Jesus after he died, they think that it was actually the virtues that came down and announced Jesus's ascension. I'm not sure how they came to that conclusion. A lot of the conclusions the Catholic Church reaches beyond me. And it's also said that they inspire living creatures in fields such as science, art, and music. So it could be that these angels are responsible for the whole myth of the muse that helps to inspire creativity.
and that could be true because they help govern creation.
That's right.
So,
There you go. Not just creation in a physical sense, but maybe in a artistic sense as well.
well, I mean, look at the earth. It's beautiful. Some things you just can't describe. It's just so awe.
Yeah. Yeah. The universe, the planet we live on, it's all so just amazing and awesome. And some of the amazing things that happen, sometimes they can't be explained with fancy science.
Like in an art museum, people just stand there and just look at the picture. There's nothing to say. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. Too beautiful for words.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way you feel when you look at creation.
Or you're just so, I guess, dumbfounded. Like in your brain, you're trying to figure out how is this possible? Just trying to absorb it all, make some kind of sense out of it. I guess.
Now, the next one is kind of special because these might be the guardian angels,
Number 6, which is the powers.
the powers.
And their name says it all, obviously.
Yeah.
They are the defenders, the protectors of the universe against chaos and evil.
Yeah. They kind of oversee the balance
So
of good and evil.
we got the dominions, who are the rulers, and the virtues, who are miracle workers. And now we have the powers, who are the warriors. They're often described as carrying fiery weapons, standing in formation, constantly guarding creation from demonic attack.
So they're out there kicking demon butt,
Mm.
keeping them from invading our realm.
This is our godly military, pretty
Yeah.
much. Some describe them as the keepers of history, recording humanity's actions and maintaining the balance of good and evil. Others say they are angels who wrestle with demons, preventing the force of darkness from overturning the world.
Yeah, they help against the evil that wants to harm our universe.
They're the watchmen of the wall, per se.
Yeah,
Or they-
they're seen kind of as like border patrol.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they don't
honestly.
rest, they don't stop, they stand guard so that the shadows don't break through unchecked.
Yeah, that was my favorite little reference though when I was researching. I came across something that said these guys are kind of like border patrol between heaven and earth. That's perfect.
And here's something kind of gives me chills to think about. So if they're not, if they weren't there, the darkness we see on the edges of the world might not stay on the edges of the world. It
Yeah.
might roll everything over.
Exactly. If it wasn't for them standing guard and protecting us, it could get real bad. And the descriptions of the powers says they appear as vividly colored, hazy vapors. Now, once again, this is bringing me back to like ghost stuff. Remember the pictures that my friend got from Frozen Creek?
Yeah.
There was all this haze and mist and all
Right.
the pictures. One of them even looked kind of like an angel. It looked like a person with wings. So that's interesting.
And here's something else we can like kind of let our imaginations run with is it's like what if strange lights people are seeing in the sky aren't UFOs at all, but the work of the virtues or the powers breaking into our sight just for a moment.
Right.
Or, like, what if it's a sense of peace that comes suddenly in prayer isn't just psychological, but a dominion's aligning your spirits with God's order? And what if some of the legends of battles in the sky or creatures in the shadows are humanity's half glimpse of these angelic wars spilling into our reality?
Exactly. What if some of these strange things people have witnessed, some of these visions that people have had, it was brought on by these angels?
Because that would kind of explain why Some old stories talk about thunder or light before something strange happens,
Right?
or maybe we're just, like I said, catching a ripples of what they're doing.
Yeah. And, the whole orb thing, like I
Mhm.
said, when you're ghost hunting, that's something you always keep an eye out for is these unexplained orbs of light. Some of these angels that's exactly how they're described as orbs of light.
And maybe the powers aren't just fighting out there. Maybe the real battleground is inside human hearts, feeding off the whispers of darkness before they take root.
And like I said, these powers, they might possibly be guardian angels. It seems like, that's their whole thing is they're guardians. So maybe they don't just guard our realm. Maybe they guard us sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe they see us doing something stupid and they're like, hey, I'll help you out this time. Don't tell nobody.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're a lot like angels that we usually think about, and they don't show up in like Christmas plays or children's books. But maybe that's the point, and like their work is hidden. They're not really talked about it a lot.
Yeah, aren't out in the open doing it.
Right, because they're keeping the universe balanced. The seasons steady, the wars of heaven contained, and maybe they're just closer to us than we really realize.
Yeah, like I said, it's typically believed that this second sphere, the second order of angels, is kind of like the first, and they don't interact with humanity very often, but it seems that they do at times, especially the virtues and the powers. Seems like they're very involved with humanity at times.
We're not supposed to notice them. We're just supposed to live in the balances, and they hold it all together.
Yeah, so maybe they don't mean to be seen. They don't mean for the work they're doing to be realized by us, but sometimes we catch a glimpse. Sometimes maybe they slip up a little bit.
Sometimes it's way more important for them to not pass it down the line and get it to us directly.
Yeah.
Like the miracles.
Right. I think all the angels kind of keep an eye out on humanity because that's what God expects of them. God loves humanity and the angels love God. So they want to make sure that mankind understands God's love and they watch out for us and kind of help bring us in that direction sometimes. Now, of course, all these angels, how we know about them, their order, where they come from, it's all laid out in scripture. But this particular order of angels is not mentioned very often. The only verse that speaks of dominions in the Bible is stated in Colossians 1:16. It says, "For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him." So not much is said about dominions. They're just kind of listed amongst all these other choirs of angels in this one verse.
So just wonder if a Mother Nature could maybe be referred to one of these three choirs, or like the dominions, because she is the kind of the controller of creation. I know a lot of people just say Mother Nature controls everything,
Right.
kind of in place of God. But
Or the virtues. It says the virtues are kind of associated with the elements of nature.
yeah,
So, yeah, maybe Mother Nature is actually these angels. And these virtues only appear in the writings of the Apostle Paul. They are referenced in that same verse, the Colossians 1:16, but also in Ephesians 1:21. He, Christ, is far above all rule and authority and power and dominion, and above every name that is named. So this is basically saying Christ is above all these orders of angels,
right.
all these choirs of angels. He's far above all them. And the same thing with the powers, the sixth choir of angels. They're only referenced in the Bible in those same passages.
I just find this odd because these three choirs of angels just seem so important because they're the ones that keep everything together.
Right. They're keeping
They're
order
the
between
glue.
heaven and
They're the glue
earth.
that keeps everything from falling apart.
Right. And so they are very important. But yeah, I guess scripture just doesn't give a lot of details about them other than
Because they're too busy working. Wasn't seeing them.
other than those few passages. But there are, I think, some other writings of these types of angels. Some of the books that were not included in the Bible, such as the book of Enoch. I'm pretty sure in that he talks about the virtues and the powers, the dominions. I think he actually sees them
We may need to visit that book.
This is just the, recognized Christian view of the angels. Like I said, most of it comes from the Catholic Church, and not much more is known unless you start looking at these writings that they don't really consider parts of the Bible. So I guess there is a little bit more information about these angels, but not in any official Christian capacity. Christian angelology is actually what it's called. And so the next time we discuss angels,
Sphere 3,
yeah, we have the third sphere, has the final three choirs of angels.
which will be choirs 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
That's the principalities, the archangels, and the angels. And these are the ones probably that people,
Closer to humanity.
yeah, we know the most about them probably because they've been the closest to humanity and helped out the most. We did discuss a little bit about the archangels and stuff in the very first part of our angels last week, but not a whole lot. There's a lot more to them.
So the last 3 we're talking about is the ones more common to cross the veil, per se.
Right. Yeah, they're the ones that exist most of the time right here in our realm. They're amongst us. We just don't see them, type of thing. But we'll save that one for a part 3 to our angels episodes. Now we wanted to wrap up this episode with something a little fun, something we thought about doing a while back. We're just now getting around to it.
Yeah. Let you get to know us a little better.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of a fun little Q&A thing we're going to do here. It's not going to be anything dirty or nothing.
No, just some random questions that.
Yeah, we've just got some random questions in a little jar here.
So.
We're going to see. Shade's going to pull one out.
You're going to go first, right?
Okay, sure. Okay. What we got?
So, which Appalachian legend do you secretly think might be true?
Which Appalachian legend do I secretly think might be true? Well, just about all of them. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I think there is. It's completely within the realm of possibility that all these stories, these strange tales, could be true. It's definitely a possibility. But I think the one that I think is the closest to being true is the overwhelming evidence of the strange dog man, wolf man,
yeah,
creatures.
A lot of stories around that.
Yeah, there's so many of those in Appalachia, especially even right here, in Knott County. I told the story about my friends having an encounter. One of them thought it was Bigfoot, the other one thought it was werewolves.
Right.
I definitely think, this werewolf, wolfman, whatever creature, I think that is roaming around our mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to find me one here. I have a question for the lovely Shade. Who's someone from your hometown that left a big impression on you?
Gosh, I get the hard ones, right? I have to say my dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a great dad.
Yeah. I mean, my mom's special too.
Yeah.
But my dad just seems like a go-getter, and he works hard.
So he really made a large impression in your life.
Yeah. He showed me, you strive for things and you will succeed and get what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go out there and get after it.
And not to give up. Like it seemed like when I was going through my toughest times in life, he was the one that was like, you're tougher than that. Don't give up,
Yeah.
But being stern, like,
yeah,
giving me that kick in the butt.
That's what
some people may have taken it as he was being mean, but he made me get up and want to fight.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not being mean. It's
instead of just laying in pity and sorrow.
Yeah, trying to teach you to have some resilience.
Yeah.
To get up. Don't let anything keep you down. Yeah. And that's what dads are for,
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of the issues in this country is the father figures not being around. That's been a huge topic of discussion, a big political thing, I guess. We won't get too deep into that, but I do think that's an issue, and that proves it right there.
Yeah, he's always been the one to let me know when I'm right, when I'm wrong, and I better fix it. Or
see, it's not just the young boys
that
need their dad around to teach them that stuff. Girls need that too.
Which, I mean, as a little girl, I was always under his feet too, because I was a little tomboy.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked cheerleading and all that stuff, but I wanted to play the basketball. I wanted to, like, if he was working on the car or something there, I was the one there handing him tools and things like that. I was amazed with all
You're
that stuff.
interested. You wanted to be there and helping Daddy out.
Tearing stuff up and fixing it back.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, or like he would take my brothers hunting and stuff, and I always wanted to go, but he's like, "Hey, you're a girl, you can't go." But when he would come back, and my brothers are like, because they were tiny though, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to help clean. I don't want to touch guts. I don't want to touch blood. I don't want to touch eyeballs." And I'm like, "Roll up my sleeves. I'm getting right in there,
You're ready to get
helping
at
him
it.
skin those deer out and stuff, and have nothing wrong with it." So, he's like, "Well, I guess I'll take you next time," but I didn't because I didn't get up early.
Never got to go out there and shoot it, but you helped them clean it up.
Right.
Well, that's a great skill to learn anyway.
Right.
That's a good thing to know. I would probably have also picked my dad. So you got another one here.
I got another one.
You got one for me. What we got? Oh boy.
Who's more likely to go off on a rant during an episode?
Oh Lord, that's hard to choose. Both of us do that.
Yeah.
We usually have to edit out a lot of stuff because we just ramble.
I don't know what kind of rant, but like when you mute me and I'm mincing it.
I do that sometimes. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. It's just, I've got a cough or something. I automatically trigger the mute button. And sometimes I cut you off.
It depends on the subject too. I mean, I may go on a rant about what subject we're going on and how stupid some people can be with stuff.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes we'll just start talking and we just won't stop.
Yeah.
And then we realize, oh, yeah, we've been rambling on. Yeah. We better get back to the subject here. And yeah, we try to edit that stuff out. So I don't know. What do you think? You think it's you or me?
Probably me. I want to say me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like you have gone on more rants than I have. Yeah. Like you've
time shall tell. You're gonna have one you're gonna rant about. So we
there's gonna be one eventually. I do like going off about politics.
Yeah.
So I try to hold my tongue the best I can on here. I don't want to start pissing people off already.
We'll get there with time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with you for now. But that may change one day. All right, let me get another one here. Man, these things are like fortune cookies. Can't get them unwrapped. Okay. If your co-host were a ghost, what kind of ghost would they be?
A phantom, of course.
And you'd be a shade. I kind of see you more as a banshee screaming at me.
Only when you don't take the trash out when I ask you, or take it down on Tuesdays when the trash runs.
You're in the afterlife screaming at me to do stuff.
That's the only time I yell at you.
Banshee. Okay. Okay, you want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right.
Hope I get a good one. What's a sound or smell that instantly takes you back to your childhood?
Man, a sound or smell. Okay, so I don't even know what kind of bird it is, but there's some kind of bird you hear in the early mornings, and it's a really fast chirp.
Pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl.
No, it's not like that. No, it's a really fast chirp, and it'll go on and on and on and on, and then it'll kind of fade out, and then it'll start up again. But every time I hear that, I think about walking out of the house in the early morning, because that's the first thing you'd hear is this, whatever this bird is. Yeah, going to school or just getting up to go outside and play on a weekend. Because back then, you actually wanted to be up. Now I just want to sleep. And a smell that will always take me back to the kitchen of my mom and dad's house is the smell of ice cream muffins.
Oh, yeah. I knew you was going to say that. Yeah.
Ice cream muffins and stuff, specialty that my mother made. And no, I can't give the recipe. I don't even know the recipe.
We're still trying to.
Yeah, we're trying to work that. We're trying to work that out. But yeah, it's a very distinct smell, and unfortunately, I haven't smelled that smell in a while. On my birthday, when you tried to make the ice cream muffins,
it smelled like them.
It smelled like them. Yeah. It did. It took me back home, but yeah, the taste was just a little bit off. But yeah, we got a tweak on that. Yeah, ice cream muffins. I'm sending that right back to you. What's something that takes you back? So,
my granny, when I was little, had this little glass jar, or it looked like a candy dish, and she had these little, it looked like a little green mesh, kind of looked like a fishbowl type thing, like a dish garden, I guess. It's like a little green mesh, and there's some little twigs in there look like plants or whatever. But I remember picking that up when I was little and smelling of it. It's kind of like a minty smell.
Really?
Takes me back. I wish I could find that little jar, because there was nothing in this world that ever smelled like that. I don't know what it was.
So it was You don't know what it was? It was just a jar.
It was like, yeah, like a candy dish. It looked like a Hershey, kind of like a Hershey Kiss type jar. It had
Yeah.
a little decoration in it. Like I said, it looked like the ocean, maybe.
Was it sealed up?
No,
Or
I mean it
no?
had a lid on it, like, and when you pulled it,
You can
like there
take a
was
little,
a little seal around it. But
and it had a scent,
yeah,
kind of like a candle or something.
yeah, I
And it was
know.
minty.
Yeah,
Interesting.
just wish I could find that little jar. But I'm not sure who in my family's got it, or if it's still in the building that my grandparents had.
You might be able to find it online.
I doubt it. It looked like something maybe she had created.
Oh,
Which
so it may have
is
been a one of a
yeah,
kind.
it'd have been some. I know. Uh, my grandparents had went to Myrtle Beach years ago before I was born and stuff. So it could have been something that they got from the
Oh,
beach.
like
Or
a
I'm
souvenir.
not sure.
Hmm.
I'm not sure where this even came from.
Yeah.
But I remember it sitting on her coffee table all the time, and I would get out. She's like, "Be careful with that. Don't break it." I was like, "I'm just smelling it."
Okay, let me grab a question here. Oh boy, who messes up their lines more often?
Me.
I'm going to say me because I'm all the time having to hit mute
Yeah.
and cussing.
Well, I'm having to change to fix mine because you're always hitting mute, and I have to go back and say them all over again.
Well, I only hit mute because I'm messing up my lines.
Yeah, so it's pretty even.
Or I got a hack and cough. Yeah, we both screw up pretty often on our lines. We kind of forget what we were saying or whatever. Yeah, we got to go back and redo it.
So, which episode has been the most fun, and which one has been which one has been the hardest to record so far?
Oh boy, the most fun. That's a hard one. I think our 500 listeners celebration that was pretty fun.
Yeah, having other people on.
Yeah, we had our guests on. We were cutting up with them. Of course, our listeners didn't hear a lot of our cutting up and laughing.
No.
Yeah, we edited a lot of that out because it was not appropriate for audiences. But yeah, that episode was a lot of fun. And the hardest one,
I'm gonna say the hardest one to record and go through was the one about Jaden Spicer.
Yeah,
It's a hard one.
That was definitely a hard episode to get through.
Because there's so much emotion that I wanted to share and tried to hold back.
Yeah, I would definitely pick either that one or the flood. The flood one was a really tough one to get through too.
Mhm.
We both about broke down a couple times recording that one. Yeah, that was a rough one. It was just hard emotionally. It wasn't difficult to know what we wanted to say. It was just trying to say it.
Yeah.
It was very emotional, hard to get through.
We just kind of grazed the tops of our emotions with that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was such a tough time. It's hard to bring everything up. Yeah, I'd definitely call that one or the Jaden episode definitely the hardest. All right, we want to do one more.
Last question.
Last question.
We'll save those
Let's see
other
what
ones
I
for
got.
another.
There's a string attached to that one. It's still on my finger. Okay. What's one thing you admire about your co-host? I'm waiting.
I admire a lot of things. I'm just trying to think what stands out the most.
Okay, well, give something you admire about my performance on the podcast or something.
No. It's gonna be personal.
Oh, it's gonna be personal. Okay.
I gotta admire just how loving and caring you are for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I try.
like it's genuine.
My Pookie Bear.
And then she just let me do whatever the heck I want to do. You don't care.
Well, yeah. Give you your freedom.
Yeah.
Let you fly.
I know I get a lot of comments like, if there's 20 Amazon packages out there on the front step. And everybody's like, my husband would kill me if I did that. And I was like, I don't care. And he doesn't say anything.
No. Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of the whole reason that I do what I do. I want you and the kids to have whatever you want.
I mean, it does get out of control sometimes.
Well, you can't be a shopaholic.
It was on sale. It was a good deal.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the reason I do it. It's the whole point, trying to build our lives and make you and my children happy. And I just admire everything about you.
No, you have to pick one specific thing. I had to.
Well, I guess I kind of admire the same type of thing about you. You kind of join in with me on things such as this podcast. You're willing to
play your weird games.
Yeah, play pretend with me and be my little podcast co-host. Just do all these goofy little nerdy things with me. You put up with it.
I'm not playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I love you, but I'm not. Just so you know, I'm not.
Come on.
No, sorry.
Well, I may never get you into role playing games, but I got you doing podcasts and you do other nerdy things with me, going and watching my nerdy movies and putting up with all that stuff. And I love you for it. I admire you for it. So I think that's enough for this episode. That's enough questions. We might, we still got some in the jar here. We might
do them next time.
Yeah, we might try to do that on the next episode. Ask some more questions of each other. Let everybody get to know us a little better. So yeah, let's get out of here. Our next episode is going to be Friday. And what are we going to talk about?
I think we should talk about the blue fugates of Knott County.
The blue fugates. Yeah, that's something I haven't heard about in a while. And I don't know how many people know about the blue fugates. It's pretty well known around Knott County, I think. But I don't know how far beyond Knott County how well known it is beyond our county.
I've had people, in other states question me about, because you say you're from Knott County, they're like, oh, you're from where the blue fugates are.
Really?
Are you kin to them? Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I've never had anybody ask that. Usually somebody asks, hey, where are you from? And I say, Knott County, Kentucky. Knott County? Where's that at? You ever heard of Hazard? You mean like the Dukes of Hazard?
Yeah, I got that the other day. I was on the phone with the Postal Service because I was waiting on a letter to be delivered, and everybody there, she's like, Hazard. Is it Hazard? Is it hazardous there? It's like the Dukes of Hazard? Like, oh, geez, here we go.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, wrong Hazard.
I was like, you're the first person, though, to think that.
Yeah, the Dukes of Hazard is spelled with 2 Z's.
Yeah.
Our Hazard is not. So speaking of Hazard, Black Gold Festival will be happening in Hazard pretty soon, and you need to get out there and check out Abby with Abby's Southern Sips.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a delicious gourmet lemonade. Don't forget about that.
She's also going to be at the Gingerbread Festival in Knott County.
Yeah, the weekend before.
September 4th through the 6th.
Yeah, going to be at the Gingerbread.
And let her know we sent you.
That's right. She might give you a little extra fruit, a little extra ice, something like that.
I'm sure she'll do something nice for you.
Abby actually joined us on our 500 listen celebration episode, so be sure to listen to that.
And visit all the booths and try to find the best gingerbread in Knott County.
That's right. Yeah, and let us know. Yeah. Let us know what the best gingerbread in Knott County is. I know I have my personal opinion.
I don't like the really dry gingerbread. I like the fluffy, chewy.
Fluffy, moist.
And with lots of molasses in it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to taste those molasses in it.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how to make gingerbread properly.
And don't put too much spice in it. Like some people just overkill it. It's got to be chef's kiss. It's perfect spice. Yeah. I don't want to have to chug my pop when I drink it because it's so spicy.
You don't want to overpowered with cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff.
Yeah, the allspice just burn your tongue.
Yeah.
All your taste buds just peel off. No.
So yeah, get out to the gingerbread and check out Abby. And of course you can check us out on all the platforms on Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio.
And of course our social media accounts, X and TikTok.
That's right. You definitely want to check out our TikTok and leave a comment once you listen to our episode.
Our 500 stream and download episode.
Yeah, 500 listener episode celebration. Be sure to listen to that and leave a comment saying you want some free merch.
Yeah, because we're going to put your name in a drawing for you to win a free coffee mug and a t-shirt.
That's right. We'll be drawing for that on the next episode.
And that will end on Friday.
That's right.
So we need to get that in.
And then we'll be announcing our winner on the next episode.
On Monday.
On the following Monday. Yeah. So you definitely want to get in on that. Get you some free merch. So go and listen to our episodes. Let us know which one you like the most. Go to our TikTok or any of the platforms where you listen to us. Leave a comment and say you want some free merch. Your name will be put in the drawing.
That winner might just be you.
Somebody's got to win. It might as well be you. So, my darling, I guess we're going to say goodbye from us to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting Appalachia Not So Quiet.
And our 600 streams and downloads in 3 days.
That's right. We cracked the 600 mark.
We went from 500 to 600 in 3 days.
3 days. Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was. Yeah. Can't believe that. So keep those listens coming. Keep it climbing. We'll keep celebrating. So come back and check us on the next one. I am Hillbilly Phantom.
And I'm Appalachian Shade.
And we'll see y'all later. Till then, watch out for them boogers.